What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and I'm coming to you with a early video today explaining an issue, a potential issue. Some people have had questions about. Multiple of you have hit me up with this in the past couple days, or actually like the past day really, and today. So I want to clear the air. As the title says, this will be pertaining to the outstanding shares for LTCN, for BCHG, for GBTC, for all of them. We're going to make sense of it right now because I know some of you are worried, right? Let's dive into this so I can show you what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Yeah, we can use this one. So let's see. GBTC Greyscale. I'm gonna start with GBTC, and we'll move on to LTCN as well. But if we scroll down here, let's see. No, that's not what I want. Yes, here we go. Shares outstanding. So for GBTC, the Greyscale Bitcoin Trust, there is 692,370,000 shares. There's that many shares. There are only 21 million Bitcoins, and in circulation right now there's 19 million Bitcoins. So some of you see numbers like this and you're like, what the hell? Are they going to dump on us? Are they going to rug pull? And the answer is no. The answer is no. I was worried. I was concerned about this at first. Like it seems a bit striking at first. I understand, but then you remember there's a ratio, right? There's a Bitcoins per share ratio. Hence the reason why this exists right here, right? And you can see assets under management equals 27 billion for GBTC. Okay, we're going to plug the numbers in and do the math to see if this checks out, right? I'll show you what I mean, because if we do the number of shares, I believe we would do. How did I do this before? we're gonna figure this out. Oh, I need to plug this in real quick because my battery's about to die. There we go. So I believe if we took this times the number of shares, yes, that's what it was. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do, and I've already done this before to like clear it out and make sure it checks out, and I thought it would, but let's see. Okay, so 692,370, 692,370, and then 100, because that's what the shares are. That's how many GBTC shares exist. 692,370,000, blah blah blah. We multiply that by this number here, the amount of Bitcoins per share. Okay, so 0.00089455 times 0.000, right? It's so many numbers. 0.0089455. 89455. Okay, that gives us this number. So in theory, right, or at least as the math checks out and what they're saying, this is how many Bitcoins they should be holding, or something like that, right? Should be in the trust, something like that. So we're going to take that number now and we're going to multiply it by the price of Bitcoin on Friday, because these numbers, again, these numbers here are in respects to you know, like right here, this is in respects to the closing value on Friday. Okay, so we're going to do that. At least I think they are. I don't think GBTC. Let's see, GBTC. Yeah, they're not open over the weekends. Yeah. So we're going to go back to Bitcoin. We're going to multiply 40. Or no. What was the closing price? It was 44,186. Okay. So 44,186 point. What was it? 0.59. Be very specific because we're dealing with big numbers here, right? Times this, times 619,359 times 600. I can't remember, man. These 619,359 point, because these are Bitcoins, so big numbers. 672955. 672955. Okay. So there's that. We click equals, and what number do we get? We get, here's 100, right? Here's 100,000. Here's 100 million. We get $27.3 billion, okay, in assets. And that's exactly what they have here, right? Give or take 100 million, whatever. It's more or less accurate, right? So that's why. That's why you can have so many outstanding shares. The total circulating supply of Bitcoin right now is 19 million something, right? And they have 692 million. So no, this isn't some scam. They're not going to rug pull on you. That's not how it works, right? It's all about the ratio per share, which is exactly why GBTC itself is not worth $44,000. It's worth $37 per share. We're going to do the same thing with Litecoin here. You don't have to stick around if you don't want to, but I will do it because a lot of you have specifically been asking about LTCN. So let's check it out and see if it runs the same math, you know, LTCN Grayscale. And I understand it sounds concerning at first, but when you do the numbers, that's what I love about math, man. Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. People lie. Numbers don't lie. Let's see. LTC per share. So we're going to do the same thing. Shares outstanding, right? This many shares. How did I keep forgetting how I did it before. I would do this many shares times the ratio. Is that right? I think so. I think so. That's how you do it, yeah. 17,204,000. It's like I have to go through the math again. 204,700. Right? Because that's how many shares they have, and the ratio they're giving us is this. They hold this many Litecoins per share of LTCN. That's why we're multiplying these numbers, so that when you multiply them together, you get the amount of Litecoin that they should be holding, right? So 0.0863 times 0.0863, 8938. 8938. Okay. So ideally, this is how many Litecoins they hold, which should be, that's 100, that's 100,000. They hold 1.486 million, right, respectively. So we take that number now, 1486303, 303, and then 0.36609, 0.36609. Okay. And then we multiply that by the price of Litecoin, right? Because that should be, if that's how many Litecoins they hold, we multiply it by the price of Litecoin on Friday, on the closing basis would be 66.06, okay, times 66.06 equals that. We have 100 here, we have 100,000 here, $98 million in this asset, okay, 98 million is what they should have. And if we look, boom, 98 million right there. The numbers check out, guys. I can do the same thing for BCHG, but most of you asked about LTCN. I've given you the methods to check it out yourself if you need to. It all checks out. There's no scam here. They're not going to rug pull you. Don't be worried about it. And, you know, if I had to say anything, it doesn't matter if we actually check out BCHG. I said I wasn't going to, but just as a point of reference, okay, there are more than 17 million Litecoins out there, right? Actually, let's look at this real quick. I know I'm all over the place, but I hope I'm helping people calm down about this, because it struck me a little bit weird. But you know, you remember the ratio, and it's like, okay, there should be some leeway there. Circulating supply is 74 million. Okay, so 74 million on Litecoins, the LTCN 17 million. They have far less shares than there are the amount of Litecoin. Where with Bitcoin, right, the GBTC, they had a lot more shares than the total supply of Bitcoin, right? Same thing with BCHG. If we scroll down here, you can see that the shares outstanding is 34 million. There's only 21 million. There's about 19 million BCHs out there also. So they hold more. This doesn't mean that LTCN has more capability of growth because BCHG has more shares than the total supply. That's not how it works. It's all in reference to how many coins they're holding in perspective to their trust, in respects to their trust. So this is, if anything, in my opinion, this would mean BCHG is more bullish because they hold more of it. They have more conviction in it, if that makes any sense. I'm not going to run the numbers here. You can do it yourself. You know how to do it, right? You multiply this times this. You take that number, multiply it by the price of Bitcoin Cash. It should equal 71 million. For some reason, I thought that was a billion. I'm like, they hold more BCHG than they do BCH. But I hope this helps. I hope this makes sense. If you like the video, hit that like button. if it brought you some mental clarity and peace of mind, because I know some people have been worried about this. It's been a question I've gotten a few times, more than a few times over the past 24 hours. I hope this helps. And yeah, man, numbers can't lie. It all makes sense. It all adds up. So take care. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later tonight with some TA. Bye-bye.